All right, my YouTubers, I found it. Seriously, I found the only strategy that is going to guarantee you 100% on your trading account every single time. Literally the holy grail. And I probably really shouldn't be talking about this on YouTube. I should probably keep it to myself, but this is a discovery I've made, and it works every time, works with any strategy, and it works with any market. So, just for explanation's sake, I'm going to make it simple. Let's assume that your strategy makes 50% or wins 50% of its trades. What you need to do, this is how you manipulate it. Risk 1% per trade with a 2-to-1 target and take 200 trades the way your strategy is designed. You're going to win 100 and you're going to lose 100. And that 100 losses is going to be minus 100%. But the 100 wins are going to equal 200%. So that leaves you with 100% on your account. You've doubled your account. All you have to do is just trade your strategy the way it's meant to be traded. Don't go looking at other things. Don't change the rules because you lose. Simply trade and you will get there. What, you thought this is gonna be something special? Guys, there are no shortcuts. Come on, let's be real. No shortcuts, but the formula is super simple. If you trade your strategy the way it's meant to be traded, you'll get the result that's meant to be gotten. But here's the truth. Here's the reality of it all. The majority of you will not be able to do 200 trades in a row, let alone 2 trades in a row the way your strategy is designed. And there's a very, very specific reason for that. Because you've only been taught how to execute a strategy, but nobody has ever taught how to wait for that execution. And those are the only 2 things that matter in this trading game. And if you cannot develop both, you will not win. And so when I talk about waiting for execution, just for perspective, here's what I mean. In the last 2 weeks, for my strategy, I only take the most clear A+ setups. I've had 3 A+ setups. They won all 3, 6% on my account. Now, in order to press buy and sell, it took me 10 seconds to place those orders. So between those 3 trades, I executed 30 seconds total. But those trades took place over 2 weeks. They took about a day from start to finish in order from when I entered to when they hit my TP. And in those 2 weeks, there's 1,209,600 seconds. And if I spent 30 seconds executing, that means I was active in the market for just 0.002% of the entirety of that 2 weeks, which means 99.998% of the time, I was waiting for my setup. And this is why everyone gets it wrong. You're not taught what to do in that 99.998% of time that you're waiting. You're only taught what to do in that 0.002%. Most people do not have the ability to sit on their hands over 2 weeks and wait for 3 setups just to press buy and sell over the course of 10 seconds each. But that's why people can't find consistency. That's why people aren't disciplined. That's why people don't have psychology or mindset. You know, I hate those words. You know, when you're waiting that long, nobody ever trains you to control your impulses when you don't see an entry for a few days. So what do? You start looking elsewhere. You start looking for reasons to trade. Or let's say you lost your last trade, you do not want to wait for the next one. So you start looking for reasons to trade. And something goes even slightly wrong, most people will just start hunting anyways. Because you have only been taught how to act, not to wait. And that is the real problem with the way that people are taught traditionally in the trading space. And this is why I rally against the traditional ways of learning how to trade, like backtesting and demo trading, because they don't teach you how to wait. And the only way you can learn how to wait is by being in the live markets as these trades form. When I get my breakout, I don't have to do anything. When I get my 1 hour wick, I don't have to do anything. When I get my 15-minute engulfing, I press buy or sell. And then as the trade goes, I don't have to do anything. So the majority of trading is you doing nothing and it's waiting for something to do. But the majority of mistakes are made in that waiting because most people cannot sit on their hands because you are taught to act, you are taught to do, you're taught to execute. which is great when that time comes. But 99.998% of that time, you just don't have to do anything. And that is the most important skill that you'll develop in this industry. And that is exactly why I'm on here and how I teach in my Discord.